Dallas Cowboys traveling to Philadelphia to take on the Philadelphia Eagles on Thursday Night Football in Week 1 of the NFL as the opener, guys. Super excited for it. We got your best bets video for this game. We're going to have 3 picks in the video. We're going to cover the spread, and we're also going to pick a couple of player props for this game. Super excited to get into it, guys. Let's lock in and get a sweep here today.
Well, my presence isn't real. It's another bad one like this is scale. It's straight fire. All my bets straight from. You're in the house that Cab made now. Straight fire.
As always, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button for me. Always appreciate that. We are on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Appreciate all of our guys' support as always. Let's have a great first week of NFL football, guys. Super excited for the opener here. The defending Super Bowl champs and the Eagles taking on this Cowboys team now without Micah Parsons. Should be a very interesting matchup there. And we're gonna see how things go. But we got 3 picks, like I said, in the video. We're gonna talk about the spread. We're gonna have a spread pick. We're also gonna have a couple of player props that I really like for this game. I think we're set up here to have a nice game here today. So let's get after it, guys. I don't have a recap section, obviously, because we haven't done any videos yet. As far as we haven't any results yet. We did do an NFL video where we talk about all the spreads and all the totals. That video is live. Make sure you guys check that out. I have that pinned here at the end of this video. Give that view a watch and stuff like that. Like I said, we cover all the games as far as that goes. We'll also have a best bets video coming out for the whole NFL slate on Sunday, like our official bets. That will be a little bit later in the week, so make sure you guys look for that. We're going to cover all of our primetime games just like this. So Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday Night Football, you guys will see videos just like this one. And they should be posted by 8 p.m. prior to the game, the day before the game. So 8 p.m. Wednesday night, you'll see the Thursday Night Football video. 8 p.m. Saturday night, you should see the one for Sunday Night Football. And then 8 p.m. Sunday night, you'll see the one for Monday Night Football. So that is the plan. Those things are always subject to change, but you guys know how that goes. So without further ado, guys, what do you say we get after and get this sweep? Let's get right into our picks here, guys, for today. Oh, one other thing. Make sure you guys check out the pinned comment description. Any links you guys look for here at the channel. Membership, merchandise, social media links, that's all down below in the pinned comment description. And we're also going to have live streams returning as well for Monday Night Football this year. So super excited about that. Our first one should be next week there in week 1 for that Vikings-Bears game. So going to start preparing for that. Hopefully things go smoothly as far as that goes. All right, without further ado, let's get right into the picks, guys. Let's get here what you came for. At number 1, we're going George Pickens. Over 55.5 receiving yards here for the Dallas Cowboys. We're going minus 110 odds here on Fanatics. I really like this one today. I really think this is going to be a great situation for George Pickens. I cannot tell you how much I think Pickens is really going to open up now in this offense. He is yet to really play with a decent quarterback, right? He's been dealing with the situation in Pittsburgh there where, Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, Mason Rudolph. The dude hasn't had a really reliable quarterback to throw him the football. So you got to feel for this guy a little bit. And he still put up solid numbers. And particularly in relation to this line, he still cashed this line in 9 of 15 games last year. 60% hit rate, averaging 65.8 yards per game. I know he was the first option, but that's not always a good thing as far as if you don't have a quarterback that gets you the ball and you have all the attention always on you. So it just makes things a lot harder. And he still was able to get there a lot of games. Like I said, I think he's in a much better situation here in Dallas with obviously Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb on the other side of him. Lamb is going to create a lot of openings for Pickens, I think, for sure. Because Lamb is going to continue to generate the attention he does. And now, like I said, Pickens should get some clean looks, should get some advantageous matchups. You're not going to be able to really double Pickens. You're going to have a much harder time dealing with him, I think. So If you look at it also last year, Pickens was particularly good on the road. He was 5 of 8 on the road to the line with a 72.5 yards per game average. Nearly 20 yards over the line we're looking for here today. So, like I said, with Prescott, I think this is a great spot for Pickens to hit the over. I think it's going to be a lot to handle for the Eagles in particular and the secondary. I think it's going to be tough. So I think Prescott Pickens definitely should link up more than a few times in this one. Certainly expecting that here today. So, love it there, guys. For number 1 pick, we're going George Pickens over 55.5 receiving yards here for the Dallas Cowboys. We got -110 odds here on Fanatics. Okay, and at number 2, this is going to be a same game parlay, 2 legs. We got Jalen Hurts to record 30-plus rushing yards and Devontae Smith to record 40-plus receiving yards. This is +110 odds on Fanatics. So I really ended up liking the value on this. I didn't find another singular prop that I like by itself like I did with Pickens, but I love these two together. So, obviously we look at the hit rates, we look at what they do historically. Hurts hit this line in 74% of games last year, 91% in home games, 10 out of 11 times at home. So obviously you got to like that. And the Cowboys ranked dead last stopping the run versus the quarterback. So, obviously, I like seeing that. I think Hurts can at least get us 30 rushing yards here today. 4 of his last 5 games versus the Cowboys, he's cashed this line, so we like seeing that overall. I think he's going to be in a great spot here today to hit this line. Devontae Smith, 71% hit rate last season, 75% in home games. 40 receiving yards, pretty reasonable there. Obviously, Cowboys secondary is going to have to worry about A.J. Brown. So Smith should, get some solid looks here. Obviously, he's a very talented receiver as well. We've seen him go 4 for his last 4 in home games versus the Cowboys. So whenever he plays the Cowboys at home, in one of those games he put up 120 in his last one, and he's cashed his last 4 at home versus the Cowboys. So we like seeing that. Like the hit rates there. Both these guys above 70% overall, which we love seeing that. And the Cowboys ranked 26th last season in yards allowed to wide receivers. So, obviously, we like seeing that. I think Smith is definitely going to be able to find some looks here today. Looking for him, obviously, to cash this line. So, love it there, guys. For our number 2 pick, we got Jalen Hurts to record 30-plus rushing yards and Devontae Smith to record 40-plus receiving yards. That's +110 odds here on Fanatics. Okay, and finally at number 3, like I said, we are taking a spread pick in this game. And I'm sure you guys could guess what we're taking. I'm not a Cowboys fan at all. I do not like the Cowboys, but I did buy this for $12 on a clearance rack at Burlington. Was it at Burlington? No, it was at some sports store. I forget the name of the store now, actually now. But yeah, this jersey is actually pretty nice for the price. Anyway, besides the point, I am taking the Dallas Cowboys +8.5 here at -110 odds on BetMGM, risking a unit. I think this is a little too much, right? I just mentioned how we got Dak Prescott, we got George Pickens, we got CeeDee Lamb, we got some talent here still left on the Cowboys defense as well. They just gave Deron Bland $23 million a year in the secondary, so obviously he's not too bad back there as well. I think this is a Cowboys team that can hang in there. I'm not saying they're going to win this game outright. I'm not expecting that. If I had predictions for this game, it's Eagles money line, Cowboys to cover the 8.5. But I do think the Cowboys really do cover the 8.5 here. Micah Parsons is out of Dallas, but I don't think that's a bad thing at this point for Dallas. That's a distraction that's finally gone. The dude just, if you talk to Cowboys fans about this, a lot of them, some would probably be disappointed, but those that actually watch the playoffs aren't going to be all that disappointed. The dude did not show up in big games. He just didn't. He had 1 sack in 4 games, in 4 playoff games. That 1 sack came with 2 minutes left versus the Tampa Bay Bucks in a blowout. So the dude did not show up in the playoffs. I think he's a little. Yeah, I think Micah Parsons is good. Don't get me wrong. I think he's a little overhyped, though. I think the type of money he was asking for, I don't think he personally deserved to get almost $50 million a year. getting paid more than what most quarterbacks are getting. I think it's just outrageous. So I don't necessarily fault the Cowboys for not giving him his money. I don't look at him. People are saying Micah Parsons is the next Reggie White up in Green Bay. I'm like, I don't think so. I think we'll see how it plays out. I don't think so at all. I think that's a mistake to think that. Reggie White, I think, was much better than Parsons ever will be. As far as like showing up when it actually counts, keeping it all together, I don't know. I don't think Parsons is going to be the savior they think he's going to be, and they just gave him $47 million a year. So that's fine with me as a Lions fan. I don't care. I mean, I'm personally fine with it. Like I said, I think the hype train is a little much there for Parsons. And I think it's good that he's actually out. It'll kind of just eliminate that whole saga that was going on there. But like I said, is there a lot of numbers to go off of here in favor of the Cowboys? No. I mean, you can't sit there and say the Cowboys are better across a lot of fronts than the Eagles. It's just not true. But Dak Prescott is 9-4 versus the Eagles in his career. So he's had success versus them. And like I said, the Eagles are probably going to win. Don't look at this pick and say, well, why are you taking the Cowboys? I'm taking the Cowboys to cover 8.5. I'm not taking the Cowboys to win. This is the NFL, guys. And this is week 1. So there's not a lot of like huge injury problems for either side, meaning like you should get the Cowboys and the Eagles both at their best, presumptively, meaning like health-wise for the most part. So I think like I said, I think you're going to see competitive football. I don't think you're going to see a blowout. I think the Cowboys are good enough to be competitive. And that's really all this comes down to, guys. There really isn't a lot more to say about it other than that. A little bit maybe of a Super Bowl hangover for the Eagles. Like I said, we'll see how it plays out. Like I said, I think 8.5 is just too much, right? I'm not saying that the Eagles don't deserve to be favored. I'm not saying that they're not going to win. I'm saying 8.5, 7.5, 7 to me. Any of those numbers is just a little too much. I think this should be like 4.5. I would give it the respect of 4.5 in favor of the Eagles. But beyond that, I think it's just a little too much. So, love it there, guys, for number 3 pick. We got the Dallas Cowboys plus 8.5 spread here versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Minus 110 odds on MGM. All right, guys, that is it for our picks. If you enjoyed the content, hit that like and subscribe button for me. Always appreciate that. On the road to 10,000 subscribers. Keep in mind, this is our first NFL betting video, like our official picks. These are our official picks. These will be counted towards our record. We'll track these units and everything like that. So just like with baseball, we may have to adjust what we're doing. We're going to figure out what's working this season, and we'll go from there. We have found a bit of a niche in baseball now with the plus value. Like I said, I didn't really see that converting that strategy to NFL as of yet. We're just going to have to see how the NFL goes. But if we may end up doing that too. I don't know. We'll see how things go here early in the season. I like what we have on tap for this game. I think we're going to have success this year, and I'm excited for it. So hopefully you guys are as well. Hopefully you guys are just excited to watch these games. I am. I'm excited beyond the betting. I'm excited for football to be back. Fantasy football and all that other stuff. I'm excited to see how this all plays out. So, as always, I appreciate all of you guys. Check out our NFL spreads and totals video where we cover every game. I'll have that linked here at the end of this one. A bit of a lengthy video, but like I said, hopefully you guys enjoy that. Outside of that, that is going to do it for me. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll catch you guys all next time. Peace out.